In the beginning was the Word, and it was spoken in Ge'ez, just like the Ethiopian original tongues. For in it we find the wisdom of revelation. And if we didn't have the words written within it, we would be so lost in these times. We would have no idea that Moses is Solomon, who also goes by the name of David. If anything, just ask Sheba, because Sheba was with both Solomon and Moses. Why? Because they're the same person. Or ask Bathsheba why she was with David. For David is just another name for Solomon and Moses. And thanks to the Apocrypha, along with the Bible and along with the Ethiopian Bible, we are able to reveal certain things within these times. In the latter times. So in the latter times, after many days, thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land where you will find Sheba and the Don, and the lions shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey, or to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil? Why? Because of bricks. You're going to find Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya joined up together. Hence, God said, I will turn thee back. So that's when God himself is going to reveal that he is God himself. So did you know these?
So if there was no live television coverage of the first plane hitting the first tower, how do we explain the following comment from George Walker Bush?
What was the first thing that went through your head when you heard that a plane crashed into the first?
Well, I was sitting in a schoolhouse in Florida. I'd gone down to tell my little brother what to do, and go ahead and sit down. Just kidding, Jeb. And it's the mother in me. Anyway, I was sitting there, and my chief of staff. Well, first of all, when we walked in the classroom, I had seen this plane fly into the first building. There was a TV set on it, and I thought it was pilot error.
More sense why people think it was an inside job and they was working with the land that they named Israel.
It was related to Obama and Bush. The Bushes had dinner with the Hinckleys the night before Reagan got shot. What?
Yeah, is that crazy?
Do you think? Okay, I always thought Hinckley was a lone nut that was infatuated with Jodie Foster.
I had the delusion back in 1981 that by shooting the president I could impress Jodie Foster. Which, me saying that now, it's ridiculous, but that's what I believed back then.
There's actually interviews, dude, where he said, Uncle George told me to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Didn't they just let him
Wake
out?
up.
Yeah, now he's doing like plain and coffee beans because he's put on.
Did you know that Ethiopians trained lions to capture the soldiers of enemy and fought side by side with cheetahs and bees? They were able to win all the wars of colonization against them and to be the only country in Africa to have never been colonized. So at the Battle of Adwa, they fought with both lions and cheetahs. So beware when they enter Ethiopia again. And did you know this?
I had to become a Freemason because you can't get involved in Satanism on the hardcore level without first being a Freemason. That was my official shrine portrait, which they took as part of my initiation.
Don't forget, blacks started Freemasonry.
I was ready to become involved in hardcore Satanism. What did that mean? Well, that meant I had to sell my soul to the devil. I had to sign my name on the contract in blood. I had to sign my name in the black book. You understand something? The satanic doctrine here is that hell is not what we believe it is, or what the Bible teaches it is. The satanic doctrine is that hell is this incredible party.
It's torment, where you're going to get real wicked dreams that will scare yourself. So I suggest you stay righteous.
A non-stop, all eternity orgy. So you're smoking dope, you're fornicating your brains out, you're listening to rock and roll through all eternity. And it's party hardy time. Before I could get onto the priesthood of Satanism, excuse me, I had to get 7 people to sell our souls to the devil. The other thing I had to do, and this might astonish some of you, is I had to become a Catholic priest.
Don't forget, in Rome, they literally got statues of Baal, which is just another name for Satan or the devil or Amun Ra or Amun Jupiter. That's why they want you to say amen after their prayers. In reality, they want you to pray to the devil, when in fact you're supposed to say Selah. What else is going on? Did you know this?
Whole concept of white versus black was created solely for the purpose of separation, and that the real individuals behind the president, behind Congress, the hidden hand, is also melanated non-ether people.
Why? Because the entire European monarchy are descendants of ancient Egypt. That's why they are all descendants of Cleopatra. They all come from that ancient Egyptian royal family. Therefore, they come from a black family, because the entire region from Egypt to India used to be called Ethiopia for dark-skinned people.
Also, what if I told you that? The individuals you see in the illustration behind me, I refer to as the black nobility. These are the original 13 families, okay? These are melanated, carbonated individuals. Everything we've ever been told, okay, in reference to who we believe the enemy is, so to speak, has been solely for the purpose of distraction, okay? Now, again, there are male-relevant Caucasian individuals that did wholeheartedly embrace that role, okay, that they were set to play. But this actually derived from our own melanated people selling us out. Look at some of the old relics from Europe. You'll see that these individuals were black people, okay? That they commemorated, that they highly...
King James himself is black, and the slaves were brought to Jamestown, named after him, Jamestown, Virginia, for King James, who was a black man.
Revered. You could find a lot of the real ancient relics in the Vatican. They had statues and all kind of things to commemorate the black nobility. 13 families all have the blood of the black draconian. The individual you see to my left and the illustration behind me is referred to as Tarnush or Halal, okay? This was a black draconian. This is who Ra Hayes making reference to when he say they look like us, but they not us. These are reptilians, okay?
Don't forget, the first two Roman Catholic popes were black, hence black nobility. That's why we got to follow Jah and know that he's righteous.
Haile Selassie had the gift of utilising pretty well every nation in the world. The Americans serviced the aircraft, and the Norwegians looked after his tractors, and there was every country putting something in a small way, probably.
He also let us know during the Apocrypha that Solomon is Moses. How we know that? Because we know there's one ark. So the ark of the Lord in the house of King Solomon, the son of David, had built. In other words, Solomon is Moses. He also let us know that he's Heli, and he's the father of Esdras, and he will be together in the same time as the son of Aaron. Why? Because Moses and Levi are supposed to be here at the end of times. How we know this? Because they're going to be in the same time with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when God brought this people out of bondage. And when did this happen? When your shepherd was around in the end of the world. So be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. In other words, it's supposed to happen at the end of time. And we also know that Solomon is Moses. So notice in the wisdom of Solomon, you will find the parting of the Red Sea, a cloud overshadowing the camp, and where water stood before, dry land appeared, and out of the Red Sea a way without impediment, and out of the violent stream a green field. In other words, Moses is Solomon. And thanks to the Apocrypha, we also know that Jesus is going to have a grandchild, and he's going to be named Jesus, because Jesus' son Sirach is going to name Jesus, his son Jesus, after his father. And Jesus is the son of Joseph, who is the son of Heli.
Of utilising pretty well every...
So Haile is Heli, and his son Joseph is going to have Jesus, and then Jesus is going to have Sirach, and Sirach is going to have his son Jesus at the latter years, at the very end, after all the prophets. Did you know this?
Pre-1992, most rappers didn't even curse on record because it just was not called for. And rappers spent more time trying to show the world that we're not drug dealers, we're not killers, we're not thieves, we're intelligent black people, and we have a voice. That's what rap was about. You tell me if rap is about that now. All I know is most rappers want to tell me that they are a killer, they sold this amount of weight. They will rob you, even though they got $400 million in the bank. They will stick you up, and they don't care what anybody thinks about that. Cause we got this paper, we got to get this money, we got that green, yo. I can't make this up.